Are you? Is this a Huracán or is this the R8?
It's the same thing, just slightly detuned, basically.
And is it detuned though? I feel like it's not.
Apparently, I think it is detuned, but it's exact same.
It's the same car.
It's the same car.
Same car.
And then this you're getting for far less.
This is actually an R8, guys. Completely stripped, getting ready to get wrapped.
What color is it getting wrapped?
The bonnet's already done.
So it's like a matte black.
Satin black.
Satin black.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You look good. You look good.
Take a guess whose car this is, by the way. It's a very famous influencer on YouTube.
YouTube.
The young kid.
Young kid.
We did the C63 already.
Oh, Ghost.
Yes.
Okay, interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
So he had the car this color for a while.
Wants to change it up now because obviously getting a new car.
Okay, I see. Makes sense, makes sense. No, it's gonna look good. Can't wait to see the finished product. You buy this, you buy a Huracán. What do you choose taking?
Ooh. I like the look of this, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think if I was going Huracán, it has to be a Performante. I wouldn't take a normal Huracán, whereas this, you could take like a normal, because this is not, I think this is a V10.
So it is a V10, yeah.
Whereas you get the V10, V10 Plus. I think there's two versions.
Yes, there's two versions, you're all right. There's a V10 and there's a V10 Plus.
But the price is like chalk and cheese. These are like 3.5, 4 bar. To find a Huracán now, it's like 5, maybe 6. To find a Performante, you're looking at like 7.
See?
Maybe 8, if you're lucky.
Just get this, bro. I'd get this, try and negotiate if I can put a decent aftermarket exhaust on it. Done. And obviously, there's rumors that Audi are gonna...
Apparently there's another one coming in 2028.
Exactly. But it's rumors for now.
I think they'll do it.
I think they'll do it too.
Because I don't think the e-tron sales are what they expected.
True. And I also believe that like Audi make good cars, but they can't make brilliant cars because they cannot outperform a Porsche.
But also I think Audi will pick up quite a lot because they're coming in with their Formula One team as well.
And that's if they perform well in Formula One. That's the thing. But then, yeah, I do believe that this is something that it's like a collector's. It's the same as the previous gen as well.
No, these will hold value like crazy. Like I'm sure if you buy them, keep it away, great
Make sure it's maintained. There's going to be a demand for these.
Let's start it up. Let's see what
You want to start it up?
Yeah.
Go for it, bro.
So that's obviously on your cold start, the V10 engine. So obviously on a full wrap, you know, that's why it looks the way it looks, always getting taken apart. If you want to come past, you can see the guy is busy stripping the bumpers. This is obviously the process, what always happens. Everything needs to get stripped properly. Look at how filthy things are. But what happens? To get the wrap done properly, this is essentially the whole process. But we've had a Performante here before. The Performante has all these Audi parts in it, same numbers, same part numbers, everything's exactly the same.
See? Get this. But at the end of the day,
What can
I finish my statement? I'm not done. I'll take this, but at the end of the day, you'll turn more heads
With a Performante.
with the Performante than with this. Because
Fair
this,
enough.
it's a beautiful car, but it's not like that, boom, I'm here. It's like, it's very subtle.
No, it's still there, but it's agreed. And I do like the lines and the shape on this, but that Lambo badge, that racing bull.
I get you. This
It's the same reason why we're wearing Nikes today.
fair enough. No, I get you. I do understand your argument.
Look, at the end of the day, they're all VWs and all coming from
The same
Volkswagen and the same family. So let's go have a look at our other VWs and see where we go.
All right, cool.
So would you buy one of these for your MILF?
I don't have MILFs, bro. I just stay at home. I'm a well-behaved boy. go to work.
Is that what we're telling people?
Nah, you know my life. It's very disciplined, structured, focused.
I'm okay with that now. Let's talk about the car.
So this is something that, you know, like when you find the cross between a hatch and an SUV, mid-size SUV.
Yeah.
This is the vibe it gives me. But obviously in this model range, there's new players in the game.
It's all the Chinese cars.
Which is all the Chinese cars. I don't know if any of you've seen, there's the Shanghai, was it Shanghai?
Show.
Yeah, Shanghai Motor Show was this week. There's lots of new cars that are still coming and stuff, and it's very impressive stuff. But, you know, we also still live in a time where people still need to trust the longevity of these Chinese cars. And this brand, it's been around for a long time and obviously has a lot more trust. Yeah. And I do believe it would be a good option to go for in terms of value for money as well.
VW is always known as being reliable as well.
Exactly. And the maintenance is not so, maybe on the higher end performance cars, it's a bit more expensive, but I believe like this is a very good car to go for, especially when you're tired of driving like a small SUV, not an SUV, my bad, small hatchback and so on and so forth. This becomes more the next level.
Are these classified as I think this is a small SUV, it's not a hatchback.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a cross between the two, because some people aren't comfortable with a big SUV size-wise. But if you're coming from a small hatch and you're going to something like this, you're not really going to feel much of a massive difference in terms of size of the vehicle and feel of the driver as well.
I think definitely these cars look pretty decent, good value for money, and like you said, VW, so it's quite reliable. But they're competing at the moment with the Chinese cars. The Chinese cars are dominating the market.
So I don't know if you saw in the motor industry news that VW are doing a price decrease.
All the European brands are doing that.
They're doing a price decrease, but it started to show, did they really need to push up the prices to that point, or because they had a monopoly that they felt that they could milk the market and just keep increasing prices and for them more profits? But it's a business at the end of the day, but it's good. That's why competition is needed.
Exactly.
To make things competitive. And
so we as the consumers can benefit.
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to be. And I'm glad that it's happening because it's long overdue. There's just some car brands, some of the car models, the prices were just obscene. You just look at it as like, for this amount, is that what you are? No. And with the more higher end brands or more established brands, we had that problem of you basically buying a shell. When you want a sporty look, optional extra. You want a nicer rim, optional extra. You want a bigger screen, color, optional. And now you're already paying such a premium price. And now all the other bells and whistles you must pay extra for. Why? And then the Chinese came and was like, here's everything, one price, good to go.
Well, the Chinese have shown how they're going to dominate everybody. Like, look at the whole TikTok thing about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where they're showing how cheap it is to actually make everything that we're paying a premium for.
Exactly.
And they're doing the same thing in the car segment. This has been coming for a while. They're going to dominate the market.
It's needed. It's needed. And I think it's, as much as people can have their perceptions on Chinese cars and stuff like that, let's give them a chance. Let's give them a couple of years. But they're really making impressive stuff. Like they've come light years ahead of, remember like what Geelys used to look like back in the day. Those cars were terrible, but what they make now, it's like they stole all the German engineers. It's like, you're coming to China, you're gonna teach us how to do this thing, here's the money, everything good to go. And they've done a great job.
But again, so going back to VW, I think the brand itself is still so strong in South Africa that they'll always be around.
True.
And I'm pretty sure I read an article that talks about all the polos are made in South Africa.
Yes,
so all the plants, all the polos are made here. So we're still strong and we still support them really well. But the only thing which is going to destroy them is a price point. So they've got to come to the party with the price. And I think
even with it, they're assembled here, right? But a polo is cheaper in China.
I didn't even know
than
that.
it is here. Why?
It's our taxes.
I don't think so. I don't think it's our taxes. Don't you think the taxes would be higher in China for VW to come in? Because they've got their own car brands there already.
Okay, we need to do some homework on that.
Yeah,
but do you know, like a lot of the Chinese brands we get here, they don't sell them in China.
Yes, I know. They've got specific models that they have there, and there's specific models that go to other markets. Yeah. So there's some stuff at the Shanghai Motor Show we might not get, and so on. Like we all know that they've done their research. EVs are not a big. It's not a big segment in our specific market.
It doesn't work in our market.
No, it doesn't work. I mean, brands like BMW aren't pushing EVs that much, but we do know that Mercedes were really trying to push these EVs into the market, and you're like, no, you listen to the customer, you don't force feed them what you think they need. So, and it's shown in their sales and how they've been performing, and the only great exciting news that's coming from them is that there's going to be that CLE 63 that comes. They're just going to have the V8 inside. But another thing is going to be, what's the price point?
It's going to be like 4 million rand. No one's going to buy
That's
it.
the thing, because the CLE 53 is at like 2.5.
It's expensive. Nobody's going to buy it.
No one's going to buy it because it's a 2.5 million.
Like
it's
VW
priced at like what? Slightly more than what an M3 is.
Yes.
Slightly more than an M3, but it's not an M3 competitor. It's more of a M340 competitor. And now when that 63 comes, now you're playing around with Porsche money at that price point.
It's already at Porsche money in that bracket.
Yeah, it's already, with the 53, it's already like the entry-level Porsches, the 911s. But now when you come in with the 63, you're like, what? Are you almost going to compete with the Turbo S? Not a chance. When you go compare those two cars.
Never going to work.
Never going to work. So it's time that they had their time, but it's time that things had to be shaken up for them to actually sit down and listen to their customers. And this is my personal opinion, BMW has always been the brand that really cares and pays attention to their consumers and what they want and where they spend their money. Look at the M5s now. There's a waiting list, right?
It's a waiting list on the M5.
There's a waiting list.
But also they're clever in the way they keep it a bit more limited. Like if you go into like the BMW dealers now, they don't have a lot of them.
Exactly.
But it was the same when the M4 first came out, the G82. There was a waiting list for the four-wheel drive. And it's the same thing. And the same, like look at how they released the station wagon.
Yes.
On the M3s. Came very limited. There was only like 25 of them, all gone immediately.
See?
They know how to do it.
Exactly. And they come in at the right price
I think
point.
there's an M5 station wagon coming as well, hey?
I saw rumors of it. I didn't follow up on it. I just saw it online.
I think that'll be quite cool.
That'll be very cool.
Yeah.
That's a car that would suit you, a black one. But then, yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, like VW, going back to the VW, they've got their hands in the South African market. People love the brand.
The VW culture here is so massive. Like,
massive.
You can never get away from it. South Africans love VW. South Africans love what we do. And that VW culture will always be around. And I mean, the flagship VW will always be an R or a GTI.
Exactly.
And if you go anywhere, I promise you, our videos on TikTok or Instagram where we have content of a GTI or an R viral, they just go crazy because of the South African consumers and South African market. You can post a Porsche, a Lamborghini, a BMW, a Ferrari, but the GTI video will do better. Because it's more accessible to people. It's more like the dream is to have a GTI.
It's aspirational because it's something you can work towards and see that in the next 2-3 years, if I push and I do this, that's the car I can get.
Yes.
That's the car I can get.
And that's the market.
And that's where that's the market. Unfortunately, I do believe at some point Merc had a little bit of that in the market.
Yeah.
Where people had that thing of like,
was affordable.
When they used to be affordable, that like, if I push it a little bit harder, I can afford that Merc. Now they're just in a price point that's...
It's gone.
It's just unrealistic. Even though people could, but they also understand value for money. And this is what I've always believed, that in COVID, lockdown and stuff, people got to really understand how the car market works and pricing. So if they're going to spend 2 million rand on a car or 1 million rand, they know how to go see what the other options are with that kind of budget.
So, did you see the giveaway?
Yes, I did.
So please check out our giveaway and please like the video, subscribe to our channel, set on your notifications, and maybe share these videos with your friends and we'll get more subscribers so we can keep giving you guys
more giveaways,
more great content, and grow our channel. What do you think? How many subscribers do you want? How many subscribers do we have, by the way? I think we have like almost 4,000.
Last time I checked, it's about 4,000, yeah. So it's growing. We're
not
doing
bad,
okay.
eh?
We're doing okay. Couldn't do it
Not
without you
bad
guys.
for two guys who just came up with an idea one day.
And just started ringing. I was thrown in at the last minute, by the way. I was just called, hey, we're shooting, and now look where you are.
But we also have Casey to thank with the vlog videos. So
It's a team effort.
it's a team effort.
It's a team effort. And there's Josh behind the camera, which you can't see. But I'm sure he'll put a little selfie of himself in the video. So,
So we're growing, we're grateful. Thank you, every guys, and we want to keep going.
actually, one last point. If there's certain ideas you guys might have about certain content that you want to see on our page and stuff, please comment and we'll go through everything.
And just as a side note, we're actually going to add in more content now from our Cape Town branch and show you everything that's happening there as well.
Yeah. So
And
yeah.
we'll do a couple episodes there also.
And also on top of that, we are going to look at being involved in more events and stuff like that. So yeah, give us your ideas. We're open to all suggestions. Thank you.
And then keep asking Casey out on dates. I think she enjoys that.